And that's the cover for Rashmi's
See,
queen
she still
attempt. So
has
Rashmi Kumari.
1, 2, and 3 remaining. She has to reduce at least 2 in order to save the game first. Yes, of course, she needs a lot more points to bridge the gap, but her primary objective has got to be not yielding the board. She's attempting
A double touch,
a punch of sorts.
a punch.
The coin was stuck to the frame. Yes, it's almost this two flavors of the same shot. When the coin is stuck to the frame, we call it as a punch. When it's not stuck, you call it as a double touch.
And this is a shot there, Bala.
That's right.
And she successfully attempted that, and now the
Now
finishing
comes the thing. If she
finishing
goes for a
coin.
cut, it's going to open up everything, but she has to try.
And that's a miss. She had an opportunity to get 8 points on that occasion because Rashmi has taken the queen.
And there is an extra ounce of energy in Khazima's stroke. Oh,
The commentator's
that
curse,
was
Bala.
indeed the commentator's curse.
And
Due apologies to Khazima.
7 points in favor of Rashmi. Rashmi now moves on to 20 and Khazima 23. At one point it was 18 love in favor of Khazima, and then Rashmi got a board of 8 points, then 5 points, and now moves on to 20. So very much back in the game, and it is going to be Kazima's break. As we said earlier, the number of boards really do not matter. It is an entire game of 25 points. While Khazima is setting up, we certainly want to thank all the sponsors of this 6th Carrom World Cup. Trinamic, Cinco, Core Hive, Agilicis, Cell Revolution, Verizon, Cinco. Without the help and contributions of the sponsors, an event of this magnitude would not be happening. So we certainly thank all the sponsors as we come back to the game, Bala.
That's right, Doctor. You know, putting on an event of this magnitude is not easy. It costs a lot of money and a lot of effort on the part of a lot of people. So on behalf of the United States Carrom Association, we would like to thank all the sponsors, donors, volunteers, organizers, and officials who have helped make this event a grand success. Let's get back to the board here. It is a pretty tight race so far, with both players finally within striking distance of the finish line. What started seemingly as a one-sided affair has turned into a cat and mouse game that's going neck and neck.
Well, Khazima certainly is trying to prove a point that no legacy is untouchable. This is a classic showdown between a seasoned stalwart Rashmi Kumari against a fearless fighter in Khazima. On one hand, we have wisdom, experience, a living legend, and on the other hand, we have somebody with absolutely raw passion and unrelenting hunger. Bala, the real question is, who will script their story in the finals today?
Indeed, that is the million-dollar question. Queen will be really important in this board. If Rashmi takes the queen, then it's anybody's game.
When you are at this juncture, Bala, at this level of talent, taking a difficult queen shot, does it give you any jitters or you just go for it?
I think it's human to feel the jitters. I think the camp is divided on this particular topic. I belong to the camp where the players, no matter how much they try, they cannot avoid feeling the jitters. It's more about how do they know whether to handle those jitters and not let it affect their game. It's like flying an airplane, Dr. Mehta. You are cruise control all the time, you are on autopilot, but when you hit turbulent air, can you take control of the wheel and still steady the ship and not crash land it?
Question is this going to happen now? Or she's
Interesting.
going to play it
She's
safe?
clearing the way. Queen is super important in this board. Khazima has saved the board. Now the
And
maximum
she's-
number of points that Rashmi can get in this board is only 4.
Yes, what Bala just mentioned is Kazima is ensured that the set will not be over on this particular board. She
That's
will
right.
have one more turn for sure.
That was a beautiful shot where she not only brought the queen back but also released this black.
Now,
again.
here is the moment. Can she do a head cut and release this and go for the finish? Is
Yeah,
this
the
a
angle
is
there
this a potentially
bit
a
off.
turning shot?
No, I don't think so.
Going for the rebound?
And that could
And-
indeed present Rashmi with a great opportunity. So once again, Doctor, this is another example of the very un-Kazima-like choice that we saw Kazima make, right? So on a regular day, she would have used that base white coin that was here as a bomb to release that cluster that was here, but she chose to play conservatively.
And now Rashmi Kumari with 4 points
Here we
on
go.
the board.
Just like that.
Rashmi now takes the lead, 24-23. What a match! What a
What-
set we have seen,
What
Bala,
a
so
match
far.
indeed. What
At-
a match indeed.
At one point, it was Kazima leading 18-0, and while we are watching this replay, it's 24-23 in Rashmi's favor.
That's right. And, of course, in hindsight, we can say all this, but it appears that not using that bomb in hindsight looks like a strategic error on Kazima's part.
I think she attempted to use the shot, but it did not hit the point to release the white. That's what you are saying?
No, I'm saying that she chose not to touch the cluster.
Oh, she chose not to touch the cluster. Okay.
That's what I think.
That would be a good question to ask her, but I would have thought that she would have touched the cluster, just a little nudge to go for the finish.
Yeah, but touching the cluster would mean that she has to play the bomb in a different way, which reduces the chances of successfully pocketing that coin. So it's always a risk-reward ratio that they are constantly assessing.
So hope everybody's enjoying the first set as Rashmi Kumari is ready to break, leading 24-23. It's Rashmi's break.
That's a big advantage in this stage. You are leading 24-23 and it's your break. You control the script from the get-go. It is your positional advantage to give away when it's your break.
And again, we saw that her stroke is leaving the coins right near the pocket, and Kazima wastes no time in defending that, using this coin as an insurance for future.
And not just that, if you look at it, Doctor, she has ensured that Rashmi doesn't have a clean angle to touch it. The only place she can access it is from there, which won't really open a whole lot for her. Well, apparently there was a pathway here.
The angles that these women see, it's just incredible. And that was a lovely cut.
Beautiful.
Lovely cut by Kazima.
Beautiful cut and release.
Kazima is a first year student in the Bachelor of Arts and has been practicing 8 hours a day, Bala. I was talking to her coach, Maria Erudayam, and she has put in countless hours. And her journey to this World Cup here in California has been nothing short of spectacular.
Yes, indeed. And I would have really thought that she's practicing 24 hours a day, not just 8, the way she's playing, or perhaps 25 even.
I think what we have seen so far is that even though Kazima had that 18-0 lead, it was that experience of Rashmi Kumari and the calmness of Rashmi Kumari that gradually she kept on pushing and pushing one board at a time and made that happen.
Taking full advantage of the format of the finals, which is to be played for a full game.
Correct.
That situational awareness is very, very important. There is an extra spring in Kazima's stroke in this board. I feel that she is a little bit more determined in this board to seal the deal, because just 2 points away. 24-23 is almost the same as 24-24.
And Rashmi has 1, 2, and 3 to tackle before she can think, but that's a miss. Can Kazima capitalize? She has... is this angle open, Bala?
I don't think it's open.
And a lovely cut of the queen. She has the cover here.
Oh, looks like she's going for this one.
She's going for the other one, and she does. So there was an open lane, and
this
now
could be it.
This could be the finish. And the first set
goes
to Kazima of Chennai, India. Kazima has taken the lead in this 3-set match. 1-0. Kazima has won 25-24. A very, very close match indeed, as the players switch sides. But here is the replay for all of you guys.
What an amazing match unfolding in front of our eyes here today.
And that finish.
You couldn't have asked for a better score than that.
And that was a tremendous finish by Kazima at the end. And look at the flow. And this is what we talked about. The queen, the cover, and the final coin. Beautiful finish by Khazima. So Khazima takes a 1-set lead over Rashmi Kumari.
Advantage Khazima so far, even though the scoreboard did say 25-24. Overall, I would say, Doctor, that set 1 was dominated for the most part by Khazima. What do you think?
It's clearly dominated by Khazima, but there were some hiccups along the way, and the experience of Rashmi Kumari certainly spoke. Some of her coins were just stopping short of getting into the pocket, and I think that is something that Rashmi Kumari will have to figure out when she's playing set number 2. Now, changing sides potentially could be the answer.
It could be. Who knows? Sometimes all you need is a little bit of change in the scenery, right?
And we have a change of scenery because Rashmi Kumari is now on your right side and Khazima on your left side. So this is Rashmi attempting that black coin.
And once again, folks, we are coming to you live from the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area, California, where the 6th Carrom World Cup is being held. And we are in day number 6, the last and final day of the tournament, where we are watching the women's singles finals. At the end of this match, a new women's world champion will be crowned. Will it be the multiple time world champion Rashmi Kumari? Or would it be Khazima getting her hands on her maiden title?
If Rashmi ends up winning this would be her fourth world title. She already has 12 India national titles under her belt. For Khazima, this would be the first World Cup title.
That is correct. One is really desperate to taste the title for the first time, and the other one has already
Been there,
tasted the
done that.
blood. You know,
Do you think that the momentum at the present time is on Kazima's side? What you see on the screen, it's actually Rashmi Kumari on the right side and Khazima on the left side. This
should
is
be
the
fixing
first board of the
scoreboard.
second set.
They should be fixing that scoreboard shortly. Meanwhile, Doctor, I think it'll be interesting to try to analyze the strategy that Rashmi might be going for in this set. Would it be to step up her own game and the aggression level so that she asserts herself more or dominates more? Or is her strategy going to be to slow Khazima down and then get more control over the board?
Well, Kazima at the moment with her flow is nearly unstoppable. So in terms of stopping a juggernaut like Kazima at this moment, as you said, Bala, not only does she have to up the game, but she may have to have use some of her defensive techniques and strategies also. And here is Kazima now going for the finish. Coin rebounds off the frame and a beautiful shot by Rashmi Kumari. Goes for the home shot, and that's a nice finish by Rashmi Kumari after Kazima gave her an opportunity by missing the last coin. So
That's
Rashmi
correct,
Kumari this time opens her account and has taken the lead. Here is a quick replay for you. Perfectly executed home shot. Opening up coins, another cut, and the flow of Kazima as we get set for the second break of the second set after Kazima having won the first set narrowly by 25-24. And Kazima's break.
It is truly inspiring to watch Khazima, her grit at such a young age of 17. Apparently she started playing Carrom before she turned 6. Can you believe that? So talk about
Unbelievable.
muscle memory. Right, you are a doctor. How important is muscle memory and building it the right way from the get-go?
It's all about repetition, and anytime any sport that requires repetition, muscle memory is so crucial. Whether it is golf, a cricket shot, in golf when you address the ball, when you take your swing and you follow through, it's the repetition. And great players have wonderful muscle memory. And even a shot like this, Rashmi has played this kind of shot thousands of times. She knows exactly the release point, how much stroke strength is required, and at some point it just becomes second nature to them.
So that there is less cognitive overload
Right.
while you are sitting on that seat and playing your match.
And folks, those who are watching this 6th Carrom World Cup Women's Finals and seeing these two ladies battle it out, They make it look very easy. But Bala, you and I know that no coin on the carom board is easy, particularly in crunch moments.
Absolutely, doctor. At the end of the day, it all comes down to can you control the striker and impart the right speed and angle that you wanted. And it is a lot easier said than done. There is no such thing as an easy coin. Case in point.
It's hours and hours of practice every day, dedication
So let's see
to the
what
sport.
Rashmi will do now. A beautiful, beautiful shot.
And touching the black to take the white.
No, she has a clear path. She was just keeping it as a block.
Lovely shot. Beautiful shot.
It's very interesting that she took that as a cut as opposed to a straight shot.
From what I saw, I thought that was not a open lane, but you clearly saw it differently.
Well, I wonder if that had something to do with her choice of playing it as a cut. Right? Maybe the angle was not just quite right and she had to do a cut to make the coin spin. I'm not sure.
And this is what we're talking about. She took this
No,
one.
not that. I'm talking about this coin here.
Yeah.
Instead of going from here, she did a cut.
So there you have it. This is two boards completed. Khazima at 4, Rashmi Kumari at 1 point. And it is Rashmi Kumari's break. See how nicely the striker stops right there. And that is what most experts would say is a good break. The striker shouldn't be wandering around. If your force is in the right direction, and here Rashmi Kumari opening up coins while taking her own coin. It's not just simple pocketing, it is trying to take your coin and making your own coin easier the next turn or disturbing your opponent's coin. And this is a nice move because she now has blocked this pocket for Khazima, and Khazima has a miss. Now Rashmi Kumari, will she capitalize? And she does well by bringing the queen to her base. And the queen is open, Bala, for Rashmi Kumari with the cover right next to it.
You mean the queen is open for the queen?
Absolutely.
All right.
And
There
lovely,
we go.
lovely smooth stroke.
Queen confirmed by Rashmi
And
Kumari.
she gets that.
Beautifully done.
And this lady is open for her. What
Oh,
a shot.
what a shot. What a shot.
And now a head cut to finish.
I think it's a glance.
And beautiful
Beautiful.
shot with 6 blacks on the board. A board of 9. Board of 9 for Rashmi Kumari. She now moves on to 10.
So, Doctor, a minute ago we were pondering over Rashmi's strategy, whether she's going to go on the more aggressive path or is she going to go on the slow down the juggernaut of Khazima path. I guess we got our answer.
We got our answer. We have seen the strategy change. She's aggressive, and the second set, Rashmi Kumari has to win to force a third and deciding set in the women's final here in California. This is the 6th Carrom World Cup, folks. We are coming in live to you from California. Rashmi Kumari battling against Khazima. And this is board number 4 and Khazima's break. Successfully navigated so far. We have not seen any slams yet, Bala. I'm sure the folks watching the telecast would want to see a slam or two.
I think the key word there is yet. And I wish that all of our collective wish will be granted.
And after the women's final, we have the men's final coming up, which will be played between Mr. Arif and Mr. K. Srinivas of India at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That's right. And while we are watching this finals between these two amazing champions, Rashmi and Khazima, there is also history in the making happening in the parallel board, where the third place match is taking place between Mitra of India and Preeti Jakotia of USA. This is the very first time a player from US has made it to the semifinals and therefore to the third place match. And Preeti earlier in the week pulled off a huge upset against Nagajyoti of India to secure her berth in the semifinals, where she lost to Khazima. However, now she is battling it out on the center court number 2 against Mitra of India, Khazima's doubles partner, and so far she has won the first set 25-23 and is leading in the second set. If she wins and she clinches the bronze medal, it would be the first ever podium finish for USA in an individual event in the history of Carrom. There's a lot of people watching this match, especially as the match is happening right here in the Bay Area, the home of one of the players, Preeti. Let's get back to this game here. Rashmi pondering her next move. Beautifully done. Not sure if it was intentional, but it's certainly advantageous. And Khazima takes away that advantage. She does have one more bomb remaining, and Rashmi should indeed be worried. Oh, that was my bad. I thought Khazima was playing white, blacks. My bad. It's still, I think, no clear positional advantage. There is, while taking this, she can make way for the queen. And she does
shot.
beautifully. And you know what she did, Doctor? That clears the path for the rebound. And she missed that opportunity. What a golden opportunity for Khazima.
After that lovely shot,
It happens time and time again.
yeah,
We get to witness a fantastic shot played by a player, creating an opportunity, immediately followed by a shot that squanders that opportunity.
she going for a third pocket. Or
Multiple
she-
choices here, and each one comes with its own pros and cons.
Oh,
And
what a shot.
A shot. What a shot.
Unbelievable shot to finish the board. Kazima's rebound, such a powerful rebound to take 2 coins at the same time. If we get the replay, we'll watch that. That was a brilliant finish.
You know,
Made amends for that previous miss.
That is correct.
For sure.
That is correct. And clearly, she's not letting any past mistakes affect her future game. She does not cry over spilt milk at all. And you know, Doctor, I was talking to the president of the International Carrom Federation.
And
I was talking to Joseph Mayer, the president of the International Carrom Federation, earlier, and he was saying that he witnessed the Federation Cup tournament in person, and he watched Khazima win against Rashmi Kumari for the first time to claim the Indian national level title, and he was just shocked to see her style of play. So typically we get to see a slightly different style of play between the men's and the women's divisions, and he remarked how Khazima's style was a little bit more reminiscent of the men's style of play, which typically means that there's a little bit more aggression, a little bit more offense than defense. and also showing a little bit more grit when cornered. And I think we are seeing all of that on fine display here in this match.
And what a lovely shot that was. And now Rashmi Kumari has these two. If she can somehow navigate through them, nice defense to bring Khazima's coin in her base, and a lovely connection there.
Good opportunity. She can play a very hard press, but that'll be a high risk shot.
Oh, that would have been an amazing finish. But Khazima should maintain her nerves.
Look at that control while playing that shot. She did not move this too far.
Yeah.
That requires finesse. Let's see. This is a true test of nerves. A couple of open coins. Can she take them?
Now at this point, would she think about defending, or you just keep going? Well, she just answered that question, didn't she? There's no defense
Talk about
in the mind of Khazima,
talk about fearless.
and she is on a roll. Now,
Are we going to see
Bala?
defense?
what is next? Cut this and release this, or oh, almost in the pocket.
It's
And,
not the easiest shot for Rashmi.
but,
She has to cut it.
I must say it was good recovery on the part of Khazima to minimize the damage.
Absolutely
From 9
so.
blacks on the board, that was good recovery. So clearly well played, Rashmi, that particular board. You saw that she had a tremendous run when she
Yes.
went one after another, just missing that slam.
What a great
Which
chance.
we
You know,
have,
this second set is super important for both players. Rashmi absolutely needs to win this set. Otherwise, it's game, set, and match for Khazima. And she definitely would be kicking herself for not capitalizing on that golden opportunity to take a huge lead in this game.
And
But
Bala,
kudos to Khazima.
and Bala desperately wants to see a slam, because he said he has not had his morning coffee, and he will not have his morning coffee until he sees the slam. So I just need Bala to have his cup of coffee. So let's see a slam.
That's right. And I also want a cookie to go with that so that I can do a slam dunk.
We will do that. So I have sent the message both to Rashmi and Khazima. Go for a slam.
Slam, folks. Show us some slams.
And the audience that is building up here, we have a gallery to give you a visual of the
What a
folks
beautiful,
who have
beautiful
gathered.
connection that was. That was not an easy connection by any means. Not to mention sticking this coin over here, making it really difficult for the opponent. That was another beautiful play. You know, all these shots that they play, to the amateur, untrained eye, they may look like, oh, they just missed. They are world champions. But these guys are not just playing to pocket. They're also calculating, if I miss, where do I want these coins to be? Where do I want the striker to go after making contact with the target coin? There's a million different parameters they're considering in their mind, and it all happens in a split second.
So true. There are consequences of each stroke, and sometimes getting the coin in the pocket may not necessarily be exactly what you want. A position like this, a defense, could turn the tables.
And here we go. See? She just prevented Rashmi's turn. What an amazing try. But the coin jumped out. And for those folks who don't know exactly what happens in the situation when a coin jumps outside the board. The referee would attempt to place it as close to the center circle as possible, using the maximum amount of real estate on that circle.
For those of you just joining us, you are watching live the women's singles finals here at the 6th Carrom World Cup in California, where two women are battling it out. Rashmi Kumari from Delhi, India, against Khazima from Chennai, India. It's youth against experience. And in the first set, it was the youth that prevailed.
Here you go, Doctor. That was a strategic miss. No, actually an execution error on the part of Rashmi. Interesting choice.
At a personal level, how much have you enjoyed the World Cup, Bala?
Oh, tremendously, Doctor. I wear multiple hats. I'm the main organizer of the event, so pretty much, my everything is riding on the success of this tournament, right? For me, the United States Carrom Association, and the dreams of 1 million US Carrom fans.
No, I must say that you've really worked extremely hard. Yeoman work has been put in by you and your entire team, who have really worked tirelessly. Brilliant shot there.
Fantastic
And,
press stroke by Khazima. Look at the conviction in that
Kazima
stroke.
is not wasting any time. And I thought that was a little bit of a rush stroke. The
Think
amount
so?
of time she took.
What you call rush, I call conviction. Oh, and look at that uncapitalized opportunity.
And the finish. And the finish by Kazima. And
Scoreboards getting leveled.
Bala, so far in this match, what we have seen, Rashmi has taken the lead, but Kazima is not falling too far behind. She wants to ensure she maintains pace. Kazima would not want a third set. She wants to go for the kill now. So, thoughts?
Absolutely, and she is showing no signs of fear or restraint in the second set. Having secured the first set, it is super duper important for Kazima to absolutely get this in the bag. And she can go multiple ways. She can play conservatively to ensure that she reduces the risk and maximizes her chances of winning the second set. Or she can go even more aggressive and assert her dominance to try to play on Rashmi's mind. And so far it looks like it is the latter.
So it's a 2-point difference. Kazima trails by 2 points with Rashmi. And Rashmi Kumari just broke in the previous break. She almost had a white slam, but this time she just ends up missing that white coin.
The history is also unfolding on the center court number 2, where Preeti Jakotia of USA is within an inch of the bronze medal. A historic occasion if it happens for USA, as this would be the very first time in the 75-year history of competitive Carrom that a US player would be reaching the podium in an individual event.
That would truly be historic. Preeti,
She's
in
leading
the second
23
set,
to 10 against Mitra
23-10.
in the second set, having won the first set.
Just 2 points away from making history. Preeti Jakotia, a local Californian, local Bay Area.
Local from Bay Area in the Fremont area. So there's 2 amazing matches going on between the finals and the third place. And back on the finals board, Khazima and Rashmi are going neck to neck. The score on the first set was 25 to 24 in favor of Khazima. And the scoreboard is heading towards the same direction in the second set.
Well, in the first set, it was Kazima who had an 18-0 lead, and Rashmi came back, but just stopped short of winning the set. Khazima won the first set 25-24, and in the second set Rashmi is leading by 2 points, and that just stopped short. And she has this shot if she were to exercise that, or she could go for this cut here, and beautifully done on that occasion.
And here we go. Rashmi beautifully plays that glance stroke. She will most likely take the straight coin as well, and then would most likely attempt to bring this black.
Use the black to bring the white to her base, or no?
Nope.
Just
Just
black alone.
bide your time.
And now for the finish. And
Oh, what a
lovely,
cut.
lovely finish right in the center of the pocket.
Bang in the center.
Flawlessly done by young Khazima.
No
A
hesitation.
very hungry Khazima, Bala. At this juncture, you could see that confidence in that finish. And you and I know that the last coins are never easy.
That is
And to
correct.
Take,
And
take it with that much confidence speaks volumes about this young girl's game.
I have another question for you, since you're a doctor. I'm going to constantly remind our viewers that we have a doctor in the commentary booth here with me. So, going back to that comment you made about how the last coins are special, do you feel that our physiology changes when we are in such circumstances where you're one coin away? If you pocket it, you are the champion. Does our blood pressure go up, heart rate go up, some things like that? Can you comment on it?
Absolutely. A pulse goes up. There are changes in the blood pressure because adrenaline is the hormone that controls our stress level coming from the adrenal gland. And we use the word catecholamines. I don't want to bore our Carrom audience with too much of physiology and medicine, but the secretion of the hormones changes second to second. And when you see more stress on the board, more stress on your adrenal gland, and more hormones being secreted. So all these matter for sure, and that comes into play, particularly with the last coin, but not Khazima when she took that last coin so flawlessly.
That's right. And looks like these two players took a dose of catamousin. Preeti Jakotia makes history. She bags the bronze medal, a historical occasion for Team USA. For the very first time in the history of competitive Carrom, a player from USA has reached the podium in an individual event. What a moment this is for not only Preeti Jakotia, but for the entire US Carrom community. We will bring Preeti over in the commentary booth a little bit later. Meanwhile, let's get back to this amazing match happening on the center court for the grand finale between Khazima Mahbub Basha of India and Rashmi Kumari of India.
What a shot by Rashmi Kumari there. Went like a tracer bullet. And that was a shot that Rashmi Kumari missed. Now, this one coin on the frame, taken nicely by Khazima. Now thinking about her options and wanting to play it safe to ensure that on her next turn she can take both. But nice move by Rashmi to bring the white here. Will Khazima get another turn? That is the question.
Oh, she forced Rashmi's hand. Rashmi went for a high risk,
Now,
high reward play.
this is a coin that I thought she was going to maybe bring the striker back here, but she's going to play a third pocket shot. I thought she would probably bring the striker to release that, but that
Yeah.
didn't happen.
I guess perhaps the angle was not quite right.
Yeah.
So
So
Rashmi
even
takes
though
the ball with-
Khazima had an opportunity there, Rashmi comes back to get the board, and Khazima remains. Khazima on 17.
and Rashmi on
And
18.
Rashmi on 18. Again, in the previous match, it had come down. The final score was 25 to 24 in favor of Khazima. And at the moment, Rashmi has taken a 1-point slender lead in the second set of this women's final at the 6th Carrom World Cup from California. Bala?
Yes, and meanwhile my blood pressure is up to 500.
Well, your initials are BP. I've said that so many times. Bala Pardasarthi. So but good break. Now, I had a question for you. This is a shot, right? That is a pair.
It
If
is, but you don't want to open the center cluster unless you know you have an advantage on the position, and typically people do that when they sense a slam opportunity, right? So for example, right now Rashmi may choose to do that. She might potentially connect this and do it there, but I don't think she's doing it. Had she successfully pocketed that, she might have attempted that. So those are typically, I've seen most players play that shot when going for a slam. But if you want to be conservative, opening the center pack is perhaps not the best thing to do. And these guys know that. They know which tool to use for which circumstance. And they have thousands of tools in their toolkit. So the position is at the moment very much in Rashmi's favor. Most of the black coins of Khazima's. Oh my god, look at that shot, and what cuts, all while the red is in plain sight for the taking for
And
Rashmi.
she's going for it. No.
No, she was trying to
Just
cut
trying
the
to make the
black
black
and
simpler
bring the
and-
red back. Not entirely successful, but I think her job got done.
And Rashmi is going to use this.
An unsuccessful bomb attempt. The striker went all over the board, but no
Now, when
cheese.
Rashmi played that bomb, she had a slight gap between the striker and the coin. Do you normally think that a gap is always required, or is it dependent on the situation?
Oh, absolutely. Usually, most players would leave a tiny bit of gap, especially if you want to play that bomb as a cut. And here we go again. Once again, the coin stops just short of the pocket. I think Rashmi, even though she has adjusted quite a bit to the current speed of that coin, and once again, just witnessed that the coin just fell into the pocket, partially assisted by gravity. She would most likely attempt to open that pack. Oh, interesting choice. Perhaps she
I
doesn't
mean, she
want
had to move the black for the white to go in, so it was a bit tough shot. But now, Khazima, whose pocket is blocked, now blocks the pocket for Rashmi.
and prevents the queen, forcing Rashmi's hand to defend the queen. And now that cat and mouse game for the queen will begin.
Yeah. Now, with this coin here, this cut could be an advantage potentially.
Oh, it depends.
She would rather play it safe.
Play it safe.
Again, playing it safe. the battle for the queen.
I wouldn't call it quite safe because she did move all these blacks out. They're gradually planning their move.
Oh goodness, what a shot
Beautiful
that was.
shot. And now
A
she went for
brilliant
it.
shot by the champion.
You know, at a time like this, when you pull off a shot like that, it's got to play in the mind of her opponent, don't you think?
Without a question. Without a question.
But do you think Khazima is human enough to succumb to that?
Well, you're talking about that youthful exuberance, that desire, that relentless wish for the World Cup title. A 17-year-old girl who is in the first year of her Bachelor of Arts studying, and now at the World Cup stage, after you mentioned about the whole visa situations, going through those tumultuous sentiments and finally getting here, her desire is a lot more.
And this could very well be a 6-pointer for Rashmi,
It certainly looks like it.
which would put her at 24.
And there it is. So
Once again, Rashmi gets to
Six.
24,
Rashmi
but
moves on to
Khazima stopped her
24.
at 24 last time.
Rashmi,
What do you think, Doctor?
Well, this
Your
is
analysis at this moment.
And that shot that she played,
There we
beautiful
go.
shot, using the advantage, what we had talked about earlier, the black advantage in the
Multiple
queen went
advantages. She glanced on the white,
in. White.
and she defended the black, and she got the queen.
Yeah.
3 in 1.
Three for the price of one. And the price was the queen went in. It was no ordinary coin. And good finish by Rashmi. 24 points to Rashmi Kumari. At this stage,
So,
if she's in the lead, see, in the first set, she was trailing and she had to make a comeback. She came up to 24. This time, she's leading 24-17. Different ball game.
but let's not forget, Khazima is at 17. If she takes the queen, especially in her first turn, there is a very high chance she can get to the finish line in this board itself. 17 is a dangerous number, just like in blackjack.
Well, this is a pretty good break.
So right now, Khazima,
And that's a
She-
miss there.
so strategically, Doctor, from a score and the situational awareness of the scoreboard perspective, she needs either a board of 8, which would take her to the finish line, or a board of 4, which would take her to 21, which means she's still only one coin away if she takes the queen.
Because the reason why Bala mentioned there is after 21, there is no value for the queen. You don't get the 3 points if you are at 22 and beyond. So 21 is a very crucial number in the Carrom world, as Rashmi Kumari eyeing victory and winning the second set to
Look
force
at the
the
conviction
third
in
set.
that shot at this position. Very, very risky to play that. You know, playing those power shots, the press shots that can potentially upset the cluster. And Khazima has a pretty good positional advantage on the board now. That is the only difficult coin. And she has this bomb over here to do something about
But
it.
there is too much traffic for her to get to here.
And Rashmi is not worried.
When you look at their body language, they look so confident all the time. And a lot of times the body language, your footwork, we use the word footwork in cricket, but there is footwork in Carrom also. The way you sit, the way you position yourself, how your feet move, all this is very important in Carrom. So folks, right the moment you are not able to watch their footwork, but those who are watching it live, it's the entire body that is very important, how you position yourself. That's a rare miss there.
It's a
Bala?
very, very rare miss. And it happens to champions except the frequency of such misses are very, very rare. And could it be
And
an unsuccessful attempt on defending the white? She was hoping to bring it to that coin's little brother. Oh, one more miss. Are we witnessing a case of the nerves, Doctor?
well, I just saw something that I did not like in Khazima. She
Oh, and one more a missed opportunity for Rashmi.
has one insurance here.
Correct. And see, a
So
very smart move by Khazima to not go for this just yet, but instead use this turn to release that white.
now is she going to disturb this cluster in defense?
So she's defending.
Or she
And
only
white?
wants to bother with one? And the red,
And
the battle
do
of the
you know,
red
Doctor?
begins.
Doctor, I have a question for you. Why is Khazima? Oh, is that the red?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hold my question for another time.
And now she'll just nudge to bring it out. And she goes for the finish and gets this. She will get a total of 5
22.
points. And she does. And she does. Khazima gets 5 points. And you had talked about this. Now she's at 22. So the queen becomes irrelevant.
Queen is irrelevant, and we have 22 versus 24. What a battle.
What a battle. We have had the first set that went down from 25 to 22. Break by Rashmi, leading 24 to 22. Such a close game.
And you know, Doctor, both players in this circumstance would try desperately to seal the deal in the current board itself. But so often what we see is they just start inching 1 point at a time. You know, the 24-22 will become 24-23, then 24 all, then it'll become a do or die. I'm not sure if that's what we're going to witness today, but if it does happen, then I think we are in for a treat.
A lovely shot there. This is a very important break for Rashmi, particularly when you are at the finishing line.
What a shot, what a
Good
shot.
And Bala. Oh, I was hoping that
was
you
hoping
can
for
have
a
your cup
double
of
touch.
coffee now, but you'll have to wait.
We'll have to wait. Beautiful
And
shot.
nicely done there. Khazima wants to get one more chance, and
Oh, one more time. Stroke.
Khazima
falling
cannot
short.
take the Khazima cannot take the queen because all her 9 blacks are on the board, so she will have to. She just plays the defense.
Yes.
Wants to get some insurance on her side, and Rashmi takes the queen and then the shot, attempting a double touch to glide it along this frame.
And the second time she has missed it the same way. You know, the double touch that she played is one of the hardest shots to play on the carom board. It is not uncommon. We see it all the time. That doesn't make it any easier. It requires just the right angle and the right speed. If you're off by a nanometer, it's not going to go.
With that particular shot of Khazima, she really blocked the queen on this side and this side as well.
Did you see that smart move by Rashmi?
Just clearing up that pocket. Now Khazima has to make a run. she would
Oh.
prefer not to play the third set, Bala. This is
Oh.
a very important run for Khazima. Oh, that's an unfortunate miss there, Bala.
So, well, Rashmi can most likely play a double here, or is she going to play? No, now she cannot play a
Now.
double anymore. Question
She's
is,
going to bring it home and play it safe.
no, I'm not sure. She's going for
Oh,
a
she
double
was
on the
going
right.
for it.
I didn't
Oh.
know she had the angle. Apparently she did. But you know what?
Oh,
Queen
double
doesn't
due there.
matter,
The queen comes back with one penalty.
which may not be bad at all for Khazima. She does not want to take the queen now.
Right.
That, I would say, is serendipitous for
Yeah.
Khazima.
But she's got these two.
Doesn't matter. The question is, where is Rashmi going to keep this penalty coin? She doesn't want to block herself.
Right.
And Kazima's not going to leave it as it is. She will try to nudge it, do something with it. It's an interesting choice. Oh, highly risky shot to play.
And now a third pocket shot again to go for the finish.
Once again forces Kazima's hand. And Khazima,
7 blacks on the board. And will she just pull the white
That-
and defense?
that would not be a bad move. Interesting. She decides to go for it. Here we go, folks. That is some guts.
That's some guts. She's got these two. What she's thinking is,
Oh,
and
coin got
that is unfortunate. for
spat out by the
Khazima.
pocket.
And
Rashmi wants to seal the deal.
we go to the third set, folks. Rashmi Kumari has equaled the set. It's Rashmi Kumari
take a
one
break.
set.
So, folks, we are going to take a
And-
little break between the two sets, and let's get back to watching the pitch report, which Dr. Mehta and I did earlier today.
Hello, good morning, and a warm welcome to all the viewers for the 6th Carrom World Cup. The stage is set in California with the US Carrom Association holding and hosting this Carrom tournament. A big moment for US Carrom Association, and we are here in California where Rashmi Kumari and Khazima will be battling it out for the women's singles final. I am Dr. Nilesh Mehta, your host, along with Bala Parthasarthi, the president of the US Carrom Association. Bala, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Doctor.
Bala, we are doing a pitch report in the sport of Carrom. Of course, pitch reports are done in cricket, but I thought we will use that analogy for Carrom as well. There are several features of this particular special Carrom board made specially for the 6th Carrom World Cup. Please share with the audience and our viewers what that means.
Absolutely, Doctor. So these boards are custom made exclusively for this 6th edition of the Carrom World Cup. These are made by our equipment partner and sponsor, Cinco, the manufacturer of the Carrom boards who are based out of India in Mumbai. And these were made exclusively for this, and there are only 80 of these that are made. And these Carrom boards are not just, special edition in the name, they also come with unique features. For example, they have special pockets that are made out of tight mesh material that drip less powder, and they can also be removable. So you can clean them up and it's easier to maintain them. And in addition to that, they also have custom branding that, for example, it says International Carrom Federation here, United States Carrom Association here, and it says the 6th Carrom World Cup. In addition to that, they also have custom American paintwork. You can see these beautiful blue frames here, and there's lots of red liberally sprinkled around the board, as you can see. And even the center circle and the starburst pattern, they have the red, white, and blue theme going on. And in addition to that, you also have the Cinco emblazing on the side, and you can see that each Carrom board is uniquely branded with the lettering World Cup Special Edition. And not only that, each one of these are custom numbered, just like a fine bottle of wine. There are only 80 of them made, and this one, for example, is number 42. So, a lot of different unique innovations are baked into these boards that are not only going to increase the aesthetic appeal of the boards, but are also enhancing the playing experience.
The borders here, while I was playing, also the rebounds seem to be coming easier for me as well when I was playing. Anything special about these borders?
Yes, absolutely. They have not only they have the nice black color, but they're also coated with a special material that improves the rebounding quality of these boards. And that, plus your Captain America striker, I can see must have a role to play in that as well.
Well, I think what got me the most impressed was the starburst appearance with this lovely blue color. And of course, the theme of the red, white, and blue.
That's right.
Because we are in the United States of America. It is the US Carrom Association hosting the 6th Carrom World Cup. And pretty soon, it'll be Rashmi Kumari versus Khazima in the singles finals in the women's section.
So folks, we are live from sunny California, where the 6th Carrom World Cup is coming to an end with the grand finale on this Super Saturday, which has kicked off with the women's singles finals between Rashmi Kumari of India and Khazima Mahbub Basha of India. It's a best of 3 sets where they are currently tied 1 set all. While the two players are taking a break between the sets, let's take a quick look at how they compare side by side. Historically they have played against each other many times in many tournaments, and in major tournaments in India. Recently, they have faced off against each other 4 times, and Rashmi emerged victorious 3 out of those 4 times, while Khazima won it only once. However, that was more recent, in the most recent Federation Cup, so that does become a factor. And within this tournament, this 6th World Cup has been happening for the last 1 week, and there have been multiple events such as singles and doubles and team events. And one of those events was the Swiss League event, where 136 players from 17 different countries around the world participated and played several rounds of matches in a Swiss round-robin fashion. And at the end of the day, Rashmi emerged pretty high in the standings with a final rank of 5, while Khazima finished at a respectable 29. However, a day after, in the women's doubles finals, Khazima, along with her partner Mitra, defeated Rashmi and her partner Nagajyoti. It was an all-Indian affair in the women's doubles finals, but Khazima did defeat Rashmi in that finals. And it can be anybody's game here, and we can witness it right on the scoreboard. They are tied 1 set each, and they both have very distinct playing styles. Rashmi is more patient, and she draws heavily from her decades of experience and applies plenty of strategy, and she plans her next several moves, and she bides her time, while Khazima brings all of that youthful exuberance and aggression to the board with a lot of attacking style in her break, as well as when push comes to shove, she goes for it, as we witnessed in the last board of the 2nd set. The scores have been very close as well. Khazima beat Rashmi 25-24 in the 1st set, and in the 2nd set Rashmi beat Khazima 25-17. And folks, I'm sorry that the final score in the 2nd set was 25-22, not 17. Khazima pulled it closer with a 5-pointer in the penultimate board of the 2nd set. So while we are waiting for the women's finalists to get back to the board, let's review the lineup for the men's finals, which will be happening later today, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is going to be held between past world champion Srinivas Komaravelli from the city of Hyderabad in India versus Muhammad Arif, a young and gutsy player from the city of Lucknow, also in India. Srinivas is, if you ask most players, most Carrom fans and players, who is your favorite player from the currently active playing field? The most popular choice would be Srinivas. However, after the recent performances of Arif, not only in this tournament leading up to his ascent to a seat at the finals, but also in the recent tournaments he has been playing in, Arif has clearly won many hearts, and a lot of people are rooting for him now. So there's plenty of people who have picked Arif as the favorite to win this race, even though they name Srinivas as their all-time favorite player. What do you have to say about that?
I think Srinivas probably has different ideas on that. Srinivas, we've seen how wonderfully he has played. Both Arif as well as Srinivas, they both scored white slams here. We haven't seen a white slam in the women's finals yet. My young fellow commentator here, Bala, hasn't had coffee because he said, I will not have coffee until I see a slam. So I feel for you, Bala.
That's right. This might be the best way for me to get off caffeine.
No,
Thanks to these players. But then, it's not over. I'm still hopeful. There's one set remaining. And I'm optimistic to the point of being greedy. So I'm hoping for at least one slam from each player in the third set.
When Khazima won the first set, she was leading in the first four boards. And I thought she was going to run away. And Rashmi Kumari put brakes at the right time. Lost the first set, now has won the second set. The person winning the second set, there's the momentum shift towards the person winning the second set, particularly in these close matches.
I believe it does. We've often seen, I think statistically, if I'm not mistaken, in Carrom matches, and perhaps in most sports, in a best of three kind of an affair, the player winning the second set seems to win the match more than the other case, the player winning the first set. And I think it has something to do with what you just said, right? So mentally, it is a huge boost to their ego and confidence, which plays a vital role in how they approach the game.
Let's remind everybody, Bala, that Rashmi Kumari is a 12-time national champion, 3-time world champion, and she has played in every single World Cup that has been held by the International Carrom Federation. On the other hand, young Khazima, who has been the Federation Cup winner in India, Khazima Mahabuba Basha, 17 years of age, practicing for hours and hours in her hometown of Chennai, under the guidance of not only her father, but also the Arjuna Award winner, Maria Rudayam. And India number 3, we are waiting for both the players to come back.
And at this time, the organizers would also like to once again thank all of our sponsors. Cinco for being our equipment partner and sponsor. Core Hive, Trinamics, Carrom Central, Agilicis, Verizon, PNG Jewelers, State Bank of India, California, Cell Revolution, and many more individual donors who generously contributed towards this World Cup. And we are witnessing the fruit of all of their generosity and all the hard work put in by the organizing team and the volunteers who have been selflessly helping bring this fantastic, prestigious, marquee event to the US soil and to the delight of local Bay Area fans who have been worshipping these players. These are the gods and goddesses of Carrom that we've been worshipping from afar, watching their games on YouTube from across the ocean, thousands of miles away, and here they are, right in front of our eyes, just 2 feet away. It cannot get any better than that.
I want to also take this opportunity to a shout out for all the so-called unsung heroes. you're seeing us on screen, you're seeing the players on the screen, but there are so many folks out there behind the scenes who have been working for weeks and weeks to put this event together. Like in cricket, you have the groundsmen, the scorers, the umpires. We only see the people who bat and bowl. Carrom, we are seeing the players. You see the commentators sometimes, but Bala, the team that you have put together, and under your leadership, the United States Carrom Association has clearly grown in leaps and bounds. And what you have done, along with the USCA, to bring a World Cup. We're talking about a World Cup, folks, right here in California, in the United States, with a carom board specifically designed. Bala, that's just hats off and really congratulations for what you have done.
Thank you, Doctor. Obviously, it takes a village to bring an event of this magnitude and to host it successfully. And there's been a lot of people who have been working very, very hard behind the scenes for several months now. We'll talk more about that later. Meanwhile, the athletes are getting back on the board to start set number 3. This board will be the decider who will be crowned as the women's world champion at this 6th Carrom World Cup happening in California, USA. So the referee is announcing to the fans in the hall that the third set will see a side change after the midway point. Either the score crosses 12 for one of the players, or 4 boards gets completed. I'm not sure if it is 4 boards or not, because normally in an 8 board format 4 boards represents midpoint, but since this is a full game, it may or may not be the midway point. However, I think it's fair that we pick an objective number and create that level playing field, just so that there is no advantage for one player who may be sitting on one particular side of the board.
That's a good point, Bala, because changing after 4 boards represents the midpoint of the match.
And Doctor, all these rules are written down in the ICF rules of Carrom.
Welcome back. Set number 3 between Rashmi Kumari of India and Khazima of India. First set went to Khazima. Rashmi equaled it in the second set. And those of you just joining us, this is the 6th Carrom World Cup women's singles finals between an experienced Rashmi Kumari and a youthful Khazima. A rare miss on that occasion. the way this board is progressing. And there's a double touch attempted by Khazima. Nicely defended by Rashmi. Defensive moves in Carrom have a lot of importance as well. Sometimes we think about pocketing the coins, reducing your coins, but sometimes a strategic defensive move can go miles for you. Rashmi now.
What a beautiful
What
rebound.
a lovely rebound. That
Look at the doctor. She has
opens up the queen for her as well. And
doctor, this third set.
this is a good beginning for Rashmi Kumari. A board of 8 points for the 3-time World Cup champion Rashmi Kumari in the first board. So this is the first time that Rashmi has had a big board in the very first board of a set. And what is important now is the 8 points that Rashmi had was on Khazima's break. And now advantage Rashmi Kumari again. So
And this is a true test for the young Khazima, who has demonstrated tremendous grit at such a young age. But this will be the real test, because this is the World Cup. This is her opportunity to clinch her maiden title, and she's in the third and final set of the World Cup to be crowned as the world champion. She would, given her skill level and how young she is, I'm sure her future is bright, and she's going to have plenty more opportunities to win the world title. But you never want to squander your first opportunity.
so true, Bala. And Rashmi Kumari's experience of having won 12 national titles in India and 3-time world championships clearly being displayed here in California as she goes for this head cut. And these sort of coins actually is never a bad idea, because it does block that pocket for a short period of time. And now Rashmi goes for a rebound to clear up some of her own white coins.
Positional advantage in this board so far.
So nice
Is for
shot
Rashmi.
by Khazima there, Bala.
Yes, that shot is called a bullet shot. Played at a pretty high speed.
You know, just like in the field placements in cricket, gully, slip, forward short leg, backward short leg. In Carrom also, we have this so many lovely terminologies.
That's right.
One of the things that I just heard yesterday, so did you, was the tie slip. when teams come out as to who is going to play home in the team events. And here we have the punch shot, we have a double touch shot. Rebounds I can understand.
And I also heard a shot called the metal box.
Metal box.
I have no clue what it is. And but typically, given that a lot of players treat this carom board as a battlefield, a lot of terminology seems to be borrowed from the war vocabulary. You got the bomb, you got the bullet. I don't know if we have a tank or...
If you have a bomb and a bullet, then you have a break. So you are right.
So true.
Connections, turning shots.
Turning.
So all interesting terminologies that we use in Carrom. And I
that's
think those have evolved over a period of time. I remember playing as a youngster. I did not hear so many of these terminologies. That's an attempt there, but the queen easily accessible to Rashmi.
Oh, hard luck. That was a fine cut. But
And
the
queen
coin once again stops short. A problem that has been plaguing Rashmi all morning. So many times the coin stops and a centimeter away from the pocket.
And there was a problem in the very first first set rather. Second set we saw less of it, and this time they are seeing it for the first time. So now the referee adjusting it to ensure that maximum amount of the center red is covered.
Well, I think there is a sub rule there. You can cover the maximum amount of real estate in the center as long as you don't end up making a shot for either one of the players. So I believe that's what ended up happening here. One of the players objected that it was in a position that was making it easy for the opponent, giving them an unfair advantage, and the referee adjusted the placement of the red. The match is being refereed by Mr. Atul Bave of USA, and there are lots of rules in Carrom. You know, we follow the International Carrom Federation's rule book, which has accounted for a lot of corner cases. And a referee who's certified needs to be intimately aware of all of them and be extremely alert. Oh, what a beautiful shot.
And here
Once
is a
again,
potential 7-point board for Rashmi, and it is. Rashmi
So she
has
does.
a 7-point board and now moves on to 15. So it's now Rashmi 15 and Khazima trailing 15 love, and now they have changed sides because of the 15 points that Rashmi has. Now Khazima is on your left of the screen as you see the replay here. And there was a good rebound and the finish
Beautifully played.
to grab 7 points of that board to
is,
move on to a lead of 15.
A 15-0 lead in the third set is a huge advantage
Huge
for
advantage.
Rashmi
And
and a massive problem to solve for Khazima. However, because these games are played to an entire game of 25 without any limit on the number of boards, players are not as worried. And we witnessed how it can happen 2 days ago in the pre-quarterfinals of the men's division in the match between Linus Paul of Singapore and Anas Ahmed of Sri Lanka, where in the third set Anas Ahmed had taken a lead of 24-0 against Linus, and Linus came back from the mouth of death to snatch that game away from Anas with the win of 25-24. So it's not over until the last coin is pocketed, and the score is indeed 25 for one of the players. So I wouldn't be surprised if this seemingly one-sided affair quickly turns around.
it's Rashmi Kumari on the right of your screen and Khazima on your left. Nicely done there. And Khazima certainly will have to pick up her game to remain competitive in the third set. The 12-time national champion Rashmi knows she's been in these sort of situations a lot more than Khazima. So while youth be on the side of Khazima, the experience clearly.
That
And that
shot
was a good
was
shot, Bala.
beautiful shot indeed. One more of the same. So the shot she just played over here is almost the same shot that she was attempting there, although to an untrained eye, it might look like two entirely different shots. So that's what happens on the carom board. There are certain patterns which good players start recognizing over a period of time.
Now Rashmi Kumari again defending the white. What a shot! What a shot by Rashmi Kumari.
Rashmi is.
She is
Oh my God! Look at that.
going for the finish and just missed it.
That happens. However,
The-
the one thing to notice there, Doctor, was the coin did not stop short. It just did not have the right aim. So I don't think that's a matter of doubt or tentativeness. It's simple execution error. Bad luck on that. And second chance for Rashmi.
And Rashmi continues
seals
her
it.
run in the third set, the third and deciding set, as Khazima, who tried that double touch shot at the last moment, did not work. And
Third set has jumped to 19-0 in favor of Rashmi. In just 3 boards.
three boards.
Khazima
This is
really
almost the
needs
opposite
to
of
pull
the
herself.
first set. In the first set, it was Khazima who jumped to an 18-0 lead. And what a beautiful rebound that was. This is a good shot by Khazima, but the double touch
Fantastic.
didn't
She
work.
possesses some phenomenal
And-
range of shots that we normally don't get to see.
And again, with the 19-0 lead, it's Rashmi's break. Advantage Rashmi again. So she has successfully stolen boards from Khazima.
That is correct. At this point, Kazima's strategy should be to start winning boards, not yield a single board to Rashmi. That should be her strategy because Rashmi is pretty close to the finish line. If she wins the board, she might directly reach 25 or get mighty close to it. And Khazima needs to focus on winning every single board, whether it's 1 point in a board or 10 points in a board.
Now she has this bomb, and she just made that one coin easy. Now we have also always spoken about this area Bala. Is this an opportune time or not?
I think that's what she's trying. Probably this white there.
Yeah.
That's a very nice shot if we can witness it, but I don't think she's going for it. She chose to play conservatively. Those are high risk shots. Unless you're confident you can capitalize on that position and make it into a
That's a
slam.
rare, it's a rare miss there by Khazima.
It is indeed.
And it is misses like these that some opponents will capitalize on your mistakes and turn the board in their favor. And Khazima has to pull together all her experience.
Khazima needs to play for the board.
She's got this and this open here, Bala, and
She going for the double. A beautiful play.
and the good thing is that she even blocked the pocket for Khazima.
That's where the speed control comes into play. And this is a nice play by Khazima. She is just waiting for Rashmi to slip up once so that Khazima can go clearing her coins, and this might be the chance that she was waiting for. She would most likely take this one and then play a shot to push it there and get it out.
She had to have that shot go in.
she ended up inadvertently opening the. Oh my god, that was. I'm not sure if it was all bad luck or there was any speed control issue. And Khazima gets a second life.
Khazima
Playing
needs this
her.
finish badly to stay competitive in the third set.
Well, she at least certainly
And again a
stopped
miss.
saved the game and the match. Rashmi was one shot away from the title.
True. And now Khazima has a chance.
Not the best position, but not too bad.
And it's missing.
It is. So, Doctor, I do want to talk about that particular
Missing
problem.
again.
Missing again. Lots of misses from these misses.
One miss and one misses.
But anyway, either way, this board is, it's the match is still on very much, regardless of who wins this board.
Good finish.
Great.
Good comeback. And the crowd cheering for young Khazima for that comeback. A good finish. Rashmi clearly had her opportunities, Bala.
Both of them did. Both of them had plenty of opportunities, and both sides had plenty of wasted opportunities as well. But regardless, they show, if you look at their body posture, their facial expressions, all I see is tenacity and grit.
And here the replays where she missed that coin. And the finish by Khazima. So it's 4 points to Khazima. It's 19-4 at this juncture.
Khazima's on the board. That's got to give a little ounce of confidence to her. Am I going to get my coffee with this slam? The position is very difficult though.
Yeah, a lot of, unless there's a clear-cut shot.
See, this
there.
one is blocking, otherwise she could have gone for it here.
Yeah. That's a good pull.
It's a little bit of a desperate attempt, but she has opened up the entire pack for Rashmi.
And sometimes you need the luck too, Bala, in any sport. And Carrom is no exception.
Another uncapitalized opportunity by Rashmi. Plenty of open coins to clear.
Good shot there
And look
by
at that.
Khazima.
Oh, another miss. Good defense. But the problem with this is she might give an angle for Khazima to cut the white and release the queen. Oh, but is that the last white? Okay, so she can't do that.
Rashmi Kumari methodically going after her black coins and now playing that important defense coin. So she's got two white defenses here. So that always gives them a sigh of relief.
And look at this too. So this coin is difficult for Khazima, giving Rashmi a clear run. Not too shabby. Is she going to go for it? Cut and double cut? You were right. She was not going for the cut. And once again, Rashmi pulls it back.
Is there an opportunity for Khazima?
She's still
That
saving it
defense did not quite
because
work.
this coin is not there for her. And Rashmi is not yielding.
That could have been a 5-point board. Could have taken Rashmi to 24.
That's right. And I wonder if
Another opportunity for Khazima.
beautifully done. This is a smart move.
Because she realizes that this cut
You know
here
what she has done?
would be a difficult one.
No, not just that. So she could have very well attempted the white, right? And if she misses it, the queen will come in the center. This right now, she has turned the positional advantage to her favor and forcing Rashmi.
And here is the opening for young Khazima. Takes the queen and now the cover to get 4 points.
Phew,
Takes a moment.
BP is going up.
And oh, that was so close. And
That is sheer
one feels for young
a case
Khazima
of the
there. As you can
nerves.
see her on the screen.
Can see the
Dejected.
disappointment now.
And knowing Rashmi Kumari, she will want to make amends, but unfortunately no. One more opportunity. And
Good defense.
Khazima needs this board a lot more than Rashmi Kumari. Will that happen? That is the question. Right now, it is a game of defending the coin. And both of them are keeping their nerves,
The back and forth.
playing the defense meticulously. Look at the positions, guys. It's coming right over
No,
here
I-
every single
They
time.
make it look easy. What they're doing is nothing short of.
And
look at
there
that.
you go. She said, Kazima said, enough of that. I want my
Whoa.
I want my 4 points.
What
And she
a
does.
board,
Moves on
what a
to
board.
8. Kazima.
Doctor, I don't know if she said enough of that and went for the queen. I think it is rather because Rashmi brought the black at a place where Khazima cannot, with high confidence, bring the black back to her own base. It went too close to the frame and it's a high risk. So it is less risky for her to go for the queen as opposed to going for defending the black. So essentially Rashmi in this case forced Khazima's hand, which I don't know if you remember this. A couple boards back I was telling you, when you are defending, it is really important not to bring a coin too close to the frame, because at that time you're forcing the opponent's hand. When you force their hand, it's 50-50. When you give them a choice at a position like this, they will most likely give you a turn back by defending your coin.
Here's Rashmi Kumari's play. Good points, Bala, on the placement of the defense, which is what he was talking about. From 19-0, Khazima has come back to 19-8. And using the magic coin, bomb coin, whatever you want to call it, Bala is the expert on the terminology.
I only know a few. Usually in English, yes, they do sound fancy, but the regional names are far more colorful.
Yeah.
Regional names in various languages in the local countries. They are pretty funny.
I've heard the term when the coins are sitting here and you're using it as the magic coins.
Magic coin in some parts of the world, Pehelwan in some parts of the world. Pehelwan means a bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder. Some places called the idea coin.
Idea coins. Maybe we should start calling it the Schwarzenegger show.
We have all sorts of ideas.
We do. We don't have any coins though.
At the moment, Khazima has to keep her nerves. She is facing the 12-time national champion, 3-time world champion.
And another very delicate shot she played. She made it look very easy. It is important to exercise a lot of restraint. A lot of people do not pay attention to the aftermath of the striker. What I mean by that is, where does the striker go after it makes the contact with the target coin? Because if you don't pay attention to that, you may end up with some unwanted outcomes after you play your shot, even if you succeed in your primary objective.
Good shot there by Rashmi Kumari. Now at this level, even though she brought this coin back, this coin may be difficult for average players, but for these players, they use these coins as an idea coin or a magic coin.
Yes, indeed. But she's not going for it because she does not want to disturb this for Rashmi just yet.
And that's not a bad idea, because if she were to
Rashmi's-
play this, if he were to play this shot later on for a finish, that could be an advantage potentially. But two confident shots by Rashmi Kumari, and very simply, I will take it on my next turn. Nothing complicated about that shot.
What a beautiful control of the striker. Did not touch this at all.
Yeah.
That requires some level of finesse. And there is a shot on this, Doctor. She can hook it to send this there, but I don't know if she's going to do all that.
What a lovely rebound there. And now,
There is a wrong pair on the hook, which is an extremely advanced shot
eh,
and a high risk shot. I don't know if Khazima would play because this is not defensible. And she doesn't.
that
She
was going
goes
to be
for a
tough.
double.
she was going
Instead-
for a
She was going for a double, which has this risk.
and
Oh,
Rashmi misses. So now
this is
can
indeed-
Khazima capitalize? She needs this board, and she does. And she does. Khazima on a
What
comeback trail
match.
here.
What a match.
Nice finish. Rashmi Kumari gave an opening, a chance, and Khazima did not disappoint the crowd here, as you just heard the cheers go in favor of Khazima Mahbooba Basha. So the score now moves on to 19-9, and it is Kazima's break. Khazima has to capitalize every break that she gets so that her score continues to move on. And on this board, as you will see on the replay, that was good control of the striker, as Bala mentioned. And this was a great rebound by Khazima, and we are back live. And a break by Khazima, trailing 9-19. And good defense.
Once again, folks, we are coming live to you from the San Francisco Bay Area in California, USA, where the grand finale of the 6th Carrom World Cup is unfolding on this Super Saturday after one full week and more than 1,200 matches. It has all come down to the final four, 2 on the women's side, 2 on the men's side. And we are down to the wire here on the women's side with Khazima of India and Rashmi Kumari of India, both tied 1 set all in the best of 3, and currently in the middle of playing an extremely high quality and high intensity third setter, which will determine who's going to get crowned as the newest women's world champion in Carrom.
That was a shot that Khazima needed, because she was on a roll, and now
She needs to get to double digits next goal. Look at this conviction in that stroke.
And queen covered by Rashmi Kumari.
I think that coin, when it goes to that pocket like that, all I hear the coin telling me is, look at me, that's why I'm sitting here today. She's going
Now,
aggressively.
can she finish this
Two long
and
cuts.
get six points? Oh, just stopped short of the pocket.
The atmosphere here in the tournament venue at the beautiful India Community Center is electric, to say the least.
And I see some nerves there for the young Khazima. And lovely.
She makes
Lovely
it.
shot. Nice finish. 6 blacks. And she gets 6
Amazing.
points. So now she moves on to 15 to 19. A 4-point differential. From 19-0, she has
So, doctor,
now 19-15.
tell me, put yourself in Kazima's shoes right now. What are you facing in terms of, the kind of pressure and the tension which directly translates to the adrenaline rush and the blood pressure and pulse and all the other things you're talking about? From a medical perspective, how are players like Khazima able to handle that? What is special about them?
That is such a tough question. You could just see that last coin. Khazima was about to hit the strike, then pull the striker back. That is all the building up of tension, building up of stress. It's the last coin. She's going to get 6 points. So stress was there, but she prevailed, and now it's a 4-point deficit. Rashmi Kumari, after this break, all Bala wants to know, my co-commentator and of course the president of US Carrom Association, is when will he be able to get his coffee? And
Once again,
Bala, you'll have to wait.
yes, indeed. But it's okay. I'm not complaining. Slam or no slam, these two ladies are putting on a fine performance.
This is absolutely
Mistakes
wonderful.
Mistakes and minor errors are common.
Talking about the highest level of competition, displaying their talents in the World Cup finals. I mean, this is no ordinary match. This is the women's final singles at the 6th Carrom World Cup here in California. And for this 17-year-old to be showing so much class, really hats off. No matter what happens in this particular match, she's playing a famous name, Rashmi Kumari, somebody who has been here, done that, 12-time national champion, 3-time world champion. But the reputation of Rashmi Kumari has not phased
That's right.
Khazima
Kazima's
at all.
Kazima's story is so inspiring. She comes from a very poor family, and her father is her number one inspiration and coach, who got her started at a very young age. And it's his dream ever since she was a baby that she would one day become the Carrom World Champion. And here she is, just 10 points away from potentially making his dream come true.
Absolutely true. Kazima's father, Mehboob Basha, Kazima's coach. Khazima also has a brother who has been the junior national champion back in 2016 in Nagpur, who is affectionately been practicing with Khazima, giving her the experience. I asked Khazima who her favorite player was, and she mentioned Radha Krishna.
Oh, yes, indeed. Radha Krishnan, of course, one of the all-time greats from Tamil Nadu, the same state where Khazima hails from. That state in India has produced quite a few champions, including Mr. Maria Iridayam himself. And here Rashmi is attempting a nice. It's a tricky situation indeed.
Is that the opening that Khazima needed? Is that the opening? Can see some nerves set in. And just see her stroke, Bala. It's the stroke has changed.
Is she playing a shot or defending?
Playing the defense.
Nicely done
She
indeed.
needs the queen.
She has.
And
She
so
needs
does
the
Rashmi.
board. She needs the board, and she needs the queen in play to secure the board. And Rashmi. Well, the position is not exactly right. Yup. And this is a risky position. The coin is a little close to the frame. High risk of double touch. And Rashmi needs extreme precision on this.
That's the opening we were talking about.
Yes, indeed.
Complete silence here.
It does not look like there are 200 people in the room.
No, certainly not. Pin drop silence. Young Khazima wanting to get 4 points to even up the score at 19 each. Here it is. And she misses.
Very close.
That was an opportunity to level it up.
And Rashmi pulls ahead with one more point. Doctor, you got any heart attack medication handy? Don't you travel with your toolkit?
Well, that was a chance for young Khazima. You feel for Khazima. I do feel for Khazima for the fact that she wants it a lot more than Rashmi Kumari. But Rashmi Kumari, of course, class, world champion, 12-time national
Absolutely.
champion. So
Total poise, patience, personified sitting there.
So there we are, folks. The final set of this 3-set match between Rashmi Kumari of India and Khazima Mahabuba Basha of India as well. It's Khazima's break. Khazima
She's going
at
in
15
at-
points. Rashmi Kumari at 20.
And Rashmi going for a simple straight coin here. Question is she going to pull or is she going to clear this out of the way?
We have a big crowd here watching the women's finals. We have a gallery of fans that have come to the ICC here in Milpitas, California to witness the women's final between Rashmi Kumari and Khazima. It's Khazima.
Just look at that scene over there.
You can
God.
see the big screen on which folks are able to watch.
No damage done. Pretty decent position for Rashmi though. Nice control.
Would she have wanted to move this here or just take it simple?
What a shot! And did not disturb this coin here, which is a bomb that she can use. What a shot indeed.
And that was a tough call there. Nice shot there by Khazima. Good rhythm demonstrated on that occasion, with two of our whites remaining on the board. And that's a beautiful shot. A beautiful shot by Khazima. And then that defense just to open up her queen and the white. And now Rashmi Kumari under some pressure. But she will want to bring the queen back to her base.
That was a gutsy move. And
look at the temperament.
Unbelievable.
You know, in sports I usually use the 3 T's: talent, technique and temperament.
Great nerve control, patience, patience, and perseverance. All
This is
on fine display here
one
by
tremendous
a
game.
young
As you said,
17-year-old.
trailing 19-0.
19
And
0
now,
sorry. I thought it was only 15 0.
19-0, and now they are tied 20 each. What a comeback by Khazima. Brilliant. As Rashmi Kumari just broke. And this is the 10th board. Each set has gone more than 8 boards. And of course there is no board limit in the finals, both for women's as well as for the men. To be sitting there for so long with concentration on every single stroke.
There was an unlucky
And
miss.
sometimes this can happen too. At sometimes we are all humans, and there could be a lapse in concentration, but the key moments when you are taking the key coins, a queen cover or the last coin, that is when champions pull it all together.
So once again, Rashmi blocks that pocket. She always attempts to block these front 2 pathways for her opponent.
What does Khazima do now? Oh, lovely shot there.
Beautiful.
That's a
Just
beautiful shot.
glides into the pocket so gently.
And probably attempting a double touch now. Or,
She's going for a slip and slide.
oh, beautifully done.
She was doing the slip and slide where this coin goes this
Yeah.
side, striker goes that side. It's a beautiful shot to watch.
Another term
If it
we just heard
happens.
from Bala, slip and slide.
Yes, some people call it slip, some people call it slide. I call it slip and slide.
So,
No partiality.
if nothing else from this Carrom commentary, your Carrom vocabulary will increase.
Beautiful shot indeed.
Good shot there. And Khazima. Wanted to bring the red, make it difficult for Rashmi.
You know, the interesting thing is both players have a finish. Not the easiest one, but they are eminently capable of finishing this board from this position 1,000 times over. The question is it worth going for it at this juncture with so much at stake?
And you know, she has these two blacks, and she has to.
What a
and
beautiful shot.
Good shot. And now she will have to play the queen.
Well, the queen, she has to bring it back in this gap, which is super difficult.
What
Look
a
at that.
shot. What a
Unbelievable.
shot, Bala. That was beautifully done.
It has to go here and come back here.
Bala said that
How
the
do you
gap
do that?
was so small. Such control by Khazima.
Look at this.
And
Which
Rashmi knows
planet
that this
are these
pocket-
two from? Which planet are these two from?
Maybe we should ask them in the interview.
You should ask them indeed. They are
in the
not human.
post-match presentation, but what control we have seen.
So both of them are still within striking distance. The queen is in play. Both of them have more than 2 coins. So
Now, this is not an easy coin for Khazima, but she'll try to first safeguard the board and the match. Complete silence
perhaps she would try to cut this here now first. If it goes, she can go for the finish.
here. What a shot!
What a shot.
Control. And now,
And now she has secured that the match will not get over.
right. And the queen just stops short.
So another Carrom term for you, a regional one. They call what just happened Vatri in the Maharashtra area. That nerves jamming up
Jamming
and your
up.
fingers not.
Cramps in the hand.
Yeah, so some kind. I think that's what it roughly means. So the striker doesn't quite release.
With that rebound, Rashmi can get 4 points.
What a
And
play!
she
What a play!
does. Rashmi moves on to 24 and Khazima at 20.
I think Khazima is kicking herself that she missed that opportunity.
Look at this. When we talked to you about the scores, Bala, when you look at the scores, the first set 25-24 in favor of Khazima, the second set 25-22 in favor of Rashmi, and now Rashmi 24, Khazima 20.
My heart cannot
Hindi say
handle this
paisa
kind of
vasool?
pressure.
Paisa vasool?
Paisa vasool, and my heart is just going crazy. I don't think I can handle this kind of pressure. I don't know how these guys do it sitting on the board. I'm so far away sitting here in my comfortable commentary booth, and still my
We-
palms are sweaty.
And we are not even playing.
Exactly.
So it's a good break. By Khazima.
Once again, you saw that? Just stick it on the frame. It's almost like a replay from one of the earlier boards.
Khazima does not have an option but to win this board.
Hard luck on that.
If Rashmi wins this board, she wins the World
That
Cup
is correct.
title.
She just
So
cannot yield the board.
This is it, Bala, for young Khazima.
Khazima attempting the queen combination. Oh no, the white, sorry. I thought. She's going one at a time.
I do
Now,
not want to jinx
while taking
anything.
this, she can move this black out of the way,
Yeah,
making way for the queen.
absolutely. That is exactly my thought. If she could do that, that would be
She can
the
actually
money
finish.
shot.
She can finish.
Is there enough room here?
Now there is plenty of room.
And she's going for it. What a shot by Khazima.
Is this is, Doctor? Is this it? Oh my God!
She missed the cover of the
Golden
queen,
chance.
sitting right by the pocket. And
So
The
again,
referee-
Doctor, she was, I think, going for the cover as well as releasing the other white,
correct,
which is the right shot to play, of course.
right.
But then, you know, that's what happens when sometimes you take risk. It backfires. It was a high likelihood of taking it. Nobody can blame her for going for it at this point.
Good
Look
rebound.
at that. Look at that kind of grit that
Control.
Rashmi is showing now.
This is where the experience will come in for Rashmi
So
Kumari.
I would guess she would just pocket this white. That would be a safe thing to do. Because this is a dangerous coin.
She doesn't have room in the back to.
If she does that, this white will get released. She won't touch it with a 10-foot pole at this point.
And successfully brings it to her home. And Rashmi Kumari returns the favor. But there is no open lane at the moment except for over here. But the queen position is going to move.
So I wonder if she's trying to pocket it while doing that. Not bad.
Now, that's an interesting position there. She's going for this gap here. Oh,
Nicely done.
it was a little deft touch.
Such a hard thing to do.
What control! Amazing control. Taking coins is one thing, Bala, but putting the coins in strategic positions.
I think she was hoping to put it here, which didn't go that far, but still. She's
Take
still
your
tentative.
time.
Because
Take
if she
your
does
time,
not
Khazima.
pocket it,
Reload and fire.
what a shot, what a shot.
Reload and fire. And
She can
easy
take it
home
and release
shot.
that.
Is
She
she
can
going to
do
release
this
this
and
one?
release it.
No, she's
no
not going to
risk.
take a chance. And the rebound. Oh,
Oh,
so close.
I can't handle this anymore.
Khazima at 20 points. She needs 2 blacks on the board to make a board of
And do you think
25.
Rashmi would just bring this white somewhere here?
Rashmi has to defend Kazima's white.
That's exactly what she
And
does.
Is it a double touch shot or a rebound? And she's
She's
going,
for a double touch or
a double touch
or
or a cut.
maybe a double to the bottom left.
You thinking she's going to bring it here?
Perhaps. We'll see. She missed it. She was going for a double. And now, a matter of grit. If Rashmi takes these 2 coins, she saves the game.
Exactly.
And she does.
Double defense?
She was
Or
going for a
just
double.
going for
She
it.
was going for it.
So, well, there you
Oh
go.
my God.
There you go.
Can it get any closer than this?
Now, talk about going down to the wire.
Oh my God.
And this is unbelievable. This is an absolutely unbelievable match, folks, where Rashmi Kumari, the 12-time national champion, 3-time world champion, going against Khazima, the Federation Cup winner. And we are now going into the next board, and you are seeing the replay here where Khazima actually had an opportunity to close it out and win the World Cup title, but it was not to be on that board. Will it be on the subsequent board? That is the question in everybody's mind. Or will the experience of Rashmi Kumari prevail over the youthful resilience of Khazima?
What
Bala,
a match.
this
What
is.
a match so far.
I don't want to check your pulse. I don't want to take your blood pressure, but this is some match. This is some match.
God. I think my heart's just about to explode. I just can't take it anymore. The first two sets already increased my blood pressure by 1,000-fold. And now this, 24 all in the third set of a World Cup for a finals.
It all comes down to this one board.
Both players are
And-
going to be
And
extremely determined.
it's Rashmi's break. She's already pocketed 3 whites so far.
Look at the power, the stroke on that shot.
And it stopped short. Khazima has to pull everything out, every magic she has in her hat, to come and win this coveted title. With a rare miss on that occasion, and Rashmi is going to play it safe. No, she played that shot, Bala.
Yeah,
The ones that we've been talking about.
means she's going for it.
That was a brilliant shot. At the right moment, she used it. Bala had said earlier, you want to play that shot because it's a high risk, high reward shot. And what a time to play in the final board of the final set of the World Cup. A lovely, lovely shot by Khazima. Lovely shot. And that was the shot we were referring to. Beautifully
That was
done
amazing.
by Rashmi Kumari. And this is a automatic defense that Khazima will think about. Beautifully done.
What a shot.
Beautifully
And this
done.
is a potential bomb for Rashmi, which Khazima will defuse, as they say. And diffused indeed.
Diffused successfully. And how nicely Khazima has turned the board.
Let's watch the experience come to play here from Rashmi. What does she do? Learners of the game should pay attention to these things before they play the stroke. We should think about what are they going to play next and then learn from what they end up doing.
And now she got the difficult coin out.
Yes.
Very important move. Very important move by Rashmi Kumari.
Look at that stroke.
Confident shot.
She's going for it.
She is going for it. Is this the moment the 17-year-old from Chennai is looking for?
Doctor, hold my hand.
I'm holding your hand, Bala. Khazima going for the cut. takes a deep breath, going for the cut and the World Cup. And she gets it! Khazima Mahbooba Basha from Chennai, India has won the 6th Carrom World Cup and the women's singles title and has defeated the 12-time national champion Rashmi Kumari, 3-time World Cup champion. What a moment this has been for young Khazima. As I head on to near the Carrom table, I'm going to hand it over to Bala for his quick comments.
While Dr. Nilesh Mehta is heading over to the final table, to the center court to talk to the newly minted world champion, we'll reflect briefly on the game. What a match indeed. It was a match truly worthy of a grand finale. It was a roller coaster from the get-go, and we see the champion getting hugs from all her teammates and her fans. She has won many a heart today. In just a moment, we will have the finalists, both the finalists, especially the newly minted champion. There's a lot of adrenaline. She must be super happy. Her father must be really, really proud that his dream has come true. Looks like everybody went out partying. We'll be back in just a moment for a post-game interview with the new champion. Okay, first we will talk to the runner-up, multiple-time world champion Rashmi Kumari. What a game from her today. She was in a pretty bad situation on the scoreboard so many times today, but still she put on a performance to remember, a performance of a lifetime, I would say. Let's get back to the court as they are getting ready to talk to Rashmi and Khazima.
What a match we have witnessed. The finals of the women's unbelievable match. Rashmi Kumari, third set, 24 all. You gave it all you had. Your experience in winning multiple World Cups, multiple national titles. It was a tremendous match, but in the end, your opponent won. Your thoughts on your performance today and the match today?
I want to heartily congratulations to junior player Khazima. Congratulations, and she played well and she deserved it. Thank you so much.
In your performance today, there were moments where you could have closed the gap and turned the tables on Khazima. Were there missed opportunities looking back?
Actually, my mind is not working now. I have no words to say anything about the match. It's a part of game. She played well and she won the match. I try my best, but this is the part of game. She played really nice, Carrom. Thank you so much.
Well, you have been a champion And congratulations for this wonderful match. Khazima, dream come true for you, isn't it?
This is my first match and successful my dream. So I am very proud. Thank you.
Khazima, you were playing against a very senior player, somebody who has won multiple titles. And you, at the tender age of 17, playing in a World Cup match, were you feeling nervous at all?
Yeah, because Rashmi Didi is 12 times national champion and I'm very scared. But I play my best and successful my dream.
Khazima, you held your nerves beautifully throughout the match. Who would you like to dedicate this World Cup title to? You have worked very hard with your father. You worked very hard with your coach. This means a lot. And how do you want to dedicate this to?
I dedicate this tournament my father. Mehboob Basha is my coach and my everything. So thank you.
Well, everyone who has gathered here at the ICC Hall, please put your hands together for these two champions. A very special congratulations to young Khazima for her brilliant display and the grit and determination that Rashmi Kumari also showed. We hope that you have enjoyed this presentation of this wonderful match where the last board, 24 each, and we have a winner. Congratulations.